The development of the UNSCEAR 2020 report set out very clear purpose, and that was to summarise the current understanding based on information up to the end of 2019 and consider the implications for the 2013 report. The expert group, of which Dr. Balanoff was one of the key leaders for the public dose assessment, they validated and revised and updated the estimates of doses to the public, but included variability and uncertainty and the health effects. So the key things, there was a lot of new information and data that enabled more realistic and robust dose assessments. And the committee is very appreciative to researchers in Japan, but in Fukushima Prefecture, and also to the municipalities of Naraha Town and Manami-Soma for the information that was provided. It was very important. The total estimates of doses to the public remained quite comparable broadly to the estimates in the 2013 report, but there was a greater understanding about each of the pathways of exposure, and the additional information allowed the models that were used to estimate these doses to make some great improvements in the confidence of those, the estimates of those doses. So overall, the conclusions of the report very much aligned with the conclusions from the 2013 report, and that was that the accident led to no adverse public health effects that were directly attributable to the radiation exposure from the accident. The committee also concluded that the future cancer rates that could be inferred from the radiation exposure from this accident are unlikely to be discernible in the future. And also the reported increases in the incidence of thyroid cancer that were observed in children in Japan was judged to be the result of the ultra-sensitive screening techniques and not a consequence of the radiation exposures. The committee also acknowledges that there are other broader issues that have impacted the health and well-being and social impacts within the prefecture, but many of those issues are not related directly to radiation exposure, but to the broader consequences of the triple tragedy. And we hope that our UNSCEAR 2020 report can bring some reassurance to the community here in Japan and in Fukushima Prefecture that the radiation exposures are not expected to lead to serious health effects from radiation exposure in the future. And we very much appreciate the opportunity to come and meet with you and present and discuss our report. And we're also looking forward to many meetings over the next today and tomorrow with members of the research community, of students from the universities, and also with the public to share our findings.
今年の1月に6人の若者たちが自分たちが甲状腺がんになったのは原発事故が原因だということで東京電力を訴えて裁判を起こしています。もし皆さんの結論が正しいのであれば彼らの主張が間違っているということになってしまうんですけれども、それはそういう認識でいいんでしょうか。
I think it's very hard for the committee to make a comment on individual cases. In the cases of whether someone has claimed that they have been exposed to the radiation, from a scientific perspective, we can only make a judgment on the basis of the science and understanding what dose that individual may have received. And therefore, we don't know the specifics of those cases. So the committee is not in a position to make a comment on that. And the committee's role is not to comment on those sorts of legal decisions. They are a matter for the governments, for the courts, and for their issues within Japan.
であるならば健康影響ないなんて言えないんじゃないですか。
Can I just maybe clarify is that the scientific committee provides the scientific basis and knowledge what is at this point in time. And it is up to the governments, the national authorities, to use the scientific information to make informed decisions. But our role is just to provide the science, the information, and then the different authorities use that information to make individual judgments.
今その科学に基づいてというお話なんですけども、先月来一部のその日本国内の科学者からこの報告書に対する大きな誤りについて指摘が出ていると思います。で、昨日一昨日ですね、その誤りを修正するという回答もされていますが、被爆線量などについて、かなり大きな間違いがあることに対して結論を変えることはないというふうにおっしゃってらっしゃるというふうに承知しています。さまざまな指摘によって結論を変えるということはないのでしょうか。
Thank you for your question. We know about these points detected by local scientists. We are in contact with them. We responded to all these comments. In some cases, they really found a couple of misprints, and we are very grateful to them, and they will be put in the corrigenda. But there is no one comment of these scientists which would change conclusions of the report. Thank you.
お願いします。お願いします。お願いします。すいません。これ読んでいただきたい。甲状腺がんに苦しんでいる子どもたちの支援をしている団体です。お願いします。読んでください。
Yes, I've sent to you several responses. And you have, yeah. So I have all your emails. So I have responded to you.
から読んでください。UNSCEARの皆さんが福島県においでになって親しく意見交換会をしたいとおっしゃっていますけれども、なかなか当事者の声、県民の声は届かないのではないかと思いまして、福島の小児甲状腺がん発症及び患者の現状に直視していただくことをお願いしたいということで、提言の文書をお渡ししました。
その国の政治家だったり、そういう権力のある方たちがUNSCEARが全て正しいっていうふうにしてしまうことで、その私たちががんになったことは因果関係がないっていうふうにはっきりUNSCEARをもとにして判断をしているっていう状況が、それはちょっと苦しい気持ちだったりとか、苦しいだけじゃなくて悲しんでいる人たちもたくさんいるので、そもそもそのデータがしっかりしているものなのかとか、そういうちゃんとしたことをしっかりと見ていただいた上で発言をしてほしいなっていう気持ちがあります。まだはっきりとした状況が分かってない中でそういうような活動をされていることに関しては、私自身はとても怒りを覚えています。で、何も分からない状況で勝手に結論をつけて国内だけでなく世界にしてこう伝えていくっていう行動は私はやめてほしいなっていうふうにずっと思っています。